Roof, roof, roof,
Rough, rough.
roof. I don't know which one's
Woof,
right.
woof, woof, woof.
I am the guy in the basement.
Sure. I'm a man's man.
Pick your fantasy.
Toilet pod. How about a Kersley flush over there?
Man, I'm glad I'm not going after DC's last one. Palmer's schlong.
If you know, you know.
Covered in hair.
Y'all have fun.
Wheeled L. Pancakes!
All right. Jack's gone.
Disappearing
There they go.
pancakes.
Pancakes!
Those Kodiak pancakes?
They are.
Damn right,
Yeah,
bitch.
very nice.
And I keep disappearing! Fuck! Pancake! There we go.
Let's do this.
I'm not doing this again. There you go.
Let's not do this. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to know.
That's true.
But if you know, you know.
You know.
Warning. What you are about to hear contains explicit language, adult themes, and potentially disturbing content. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not reflect the opinions of anyone else, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. This podcast is intended for an immature audience and should not be listened to by anyone, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. You know, fuck it. You've been warned.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Geek Pod. I'm your host, Paul.
I'm Hugh.
Corbs.
DC.
I'm Jack.
Guys, what's got you geeked?
Nothing. I can't think of anything that has me geeked. I mean, I have half a new roof now, but it cost me $9,000, so that's not exciting. So, yeah, just
Roofs
That's
are
got you
expensive.
nothing's
ungeeked.
going on.
So you open up your wallet, you're like, "Pff, just take my money. No,
No, I told the contractor because it's the second job he's done for me this year. I'm like, dude, I love your work, but I don't want to give you any more money this year.
I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
It's like, but
Mine is all dental expenses. We cleaned out our HSA account, putting some grid iron on fucking Kylie's face. So
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go through your dentist or go through Smiley Q's?
That does not sound like.
yeah, that sounds sus. No, we're at SKS Orthodontics.
Okay, because
Okay.
for real, Smiley Q's is a legit place, and they charge like less than half what the dentist does.
Do they give you a Happy Meal at the end of every?
Dude, they've got like an assembly line in there.
No.
They've got pop music playing. It's a crazy place, but that's where we got Avery's braces done. They've been fine, and her dentist was literally like, well, it's going to be like $7,000-8,000. It was like $2,100 at Smiley.
Thank you.
Well, that's awesome.
Because that first number you said, yeah, that's
Yeah, I know. I was in braces for 8 years. I hated it so much. It was awful. Ugh. All right. Do you have
Did I
anything? Yeah,
tell
what's
you
up?
guys that the best part of it was that she got her braces on the day before school pictures.
Oh,
Love it.
She was pissed. It was great.
I bet you- I
Sorry,
bet yours, she didn't smile, did she?
she did that.
Yeah, I remember my senior year picture. I was still in braces. We had braces from 7th to 8th grade, and was missing my eye teeth. And it's like, fuck, this is the worst picture ever. I had more hair, but I had no teeth. But it was great.
Looked like you're from Bolton.
Basically.
All right, so Hugh's not excited about nothing. Hit me, Corbs. What you got?
I can't hear you. I'm not there.
Then who's that?
Hi.
Hey,
That's a
all
good-
the
that's a good Christmas
podcast is
picture.
coming from within the house.
Oh,
I'm broadcasting from the bathroom.
That's creepy.
yeah.
Not for me.
No, probably not.
Toilet
Corbs,
pod.
It's like eating in the bathroom. That's just all sorts of wrong.
Okay. For me, what's got me geeked is first college visit last weekend. So we went up to SUNY Poly in Utica. It's about 50 minutes away from Syracuse. It's literally like 5 minutes off of I-90, which was pretty nice. Small campus, probably three football fields long, maybe two or three wide.
Wow.
Tiny campus. I mean, very small. They got a great computer science program there,
Nice.
which is what he's looking to get into. But 2,200 students.
Nice.
So
So
kinda-
small,
kinda
but big enough that
Right.
can still blend in.
Right. Yep. So, and they have a couple good programs there. They got like I said, computer science is what he's looking for. They have an accelerated master's program that you can get into.
Wow.
Yeah. They got a couple things where you can do like applied computer science, where you can take computer science courses, but you can also minor in something else like business, cybersecurity, stuff like that. So it's kind of they kind of lean they kind of say, you know, you can do these things here. Pretty inexpensive.
Good.
Inexpensive. We got a chance to walk around. It was an open house, so they had the dean of students talked, although the financial aid guy talked, but they had when you first got there, to the right of the stage, they had a bunch of like all the programs that they had, anything from computer science to cybersecurity, stuff like that. They had all those stuff there, so you could go and get some information from them. Then they had the next two tables after that, they had all the clubs that they have and stuff like that. They don't have any like real sports teams. Like I don't think they have a basketball team. They have volleyball, they have baseball, soccer, and I think lacrosse. But they have a bunch of like odd clubs. They have like a wrestling club. They have a STEM club, stuff like that. They have a golf club, which I kind of pushed him towards.
9 or 10 of them, maybe.
I kind of told him, I said, hey, it would be good to get into something other than your major. Get into a club or something like that, so you can put that on your resume, so people can see that you're not that guy that just sits in your basement, or your dad's basement, your parents' basement, and works on his computer all day long.
Yeah, nobody wants that guy until they need that guy, and then
That's
they
right.
really want that guy.
Yeah.
It smells like pepperoni.
So he had a good time when we were up there. So myself and Bryce, his mother went, and my sister. I brought my sister along only so I could have a third set of ears, my ears plus his mom's, because he's
These are covered in hair.
He's covered in hair. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a quaint little school. I think it'll be good for him. He is leaning towards going to OCC for 2 years, just to get his core classes out of the way. His choice, not Dad's choice.
It's a smart choice.
It is a smart choice, and everybody said that. Even we talked to the guy, the financial aid guy. We said, well, where he's leaning towards going to maybe like a community college first to get his core classes out of the way. He says that's probably not a bad idea. And if you go, and I asked the guy the question. They said, well, if he goes to a SUNY school, like a SUNY community college, and transfers to another SUNY school, will you get it? Do you get it paid for? And there is a program that does that. I asked him a question about the program. If he goes to a community college, and will he get it paid for, the next 2 years paid for? And there is a program for it. He said to sign up for it right away. He said to sign up for FAFSA and TAP and all that happy horse shit.
Yeah,
So we're gonna start doing that, and this week and next week you can sign up, or you can apply to 5 SUNY schools for free.
So you're applying right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna start applying to schools, and my best friend's wife, she is the head of our Parent Square for the schools for CNS, and she told me that OCC, you don't even have to worry about applying to them in that little segment of time, because it's free for kids in the area in Syracuse to sign up for OCC.
Mm-hmm.
So that we don't have to worry about that one. So we're gonna do that one plus 5 other ones. So
That's awesome, though. Yeah, OCC, that's where I started, and it's definitely a great school, and arguably it's the best community college in the state, or some
Yes.
people say it's top 10 in the country even.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, Jack, you turned out great.
Yes, I did. Duh. College McCade. I got my BA, my badass degree.
So that's what's got me geeked. It was nice for us to get up there. We're going, and I registered him for the OCC open house. Not this coming weekend, but November 2nd. So we're going to go to that one too.
Outstanding. I don't know why you would throw dates out there acting like these are going to go up in a timely fashion.
That's true. That's why I said November 2nd.
2052.
There's your mark right there for the date. Just
At the time this goes out, Bryce will be married with kids by then.
Well, that's true because Kelly mentioned to me tonight that you still haven't posted anything in the past couple weeks, months.
it's because she had the audacity to question me. Now I'm leaning into it.
Right. Okay. That's the cause.
Hey, I know where he's going with that, so I'm done.
And done.
And scene. DC, what you got, brother?
What's got me geeked? Well, mostly, like I said, the last time we were on, NHL is back. My team lost their first game, but they've won 4 in a row, and they're winning 3-0 tonight. What else has got me geeked? Watched some great college football games over the weekend. What else? Oh yeah, I'm getting the other thing that's got me geeked is I'm getting a brand new insulin pump. Because I found out yesterday that mine has a very large crack in it. That I didn't notice. My diabetic educator found it when she was downloading the information off of it. So I'm getting a brand new pump. Should be here tomorrow or the day after. So I can't use my pump until I get the new one because they can't guarantee the functionality, even though it works fine. So I said, okay.
Works fine.
But then when I get it, I got to do a whole bunch of downloading to get all the new information and turn it from a 770 to a 780. And that's going to be fun because I got to take a training class.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah. It takes about an hour. So,
Yeah, when they tell you,
Go ahead.
when they tell you it takes an hour, it really takes 2 hours. Ask me how I know.
because you had to do it?
Not for that specifically. That's a whole different story.
Oh,
But yeah.
Training class to learn how to use your pump.
yeah. The new features. There's a whole bunch of new features with it when you download the stuff. So I have to download from my computer to my phone, or not my phone, to my pump. And then it's got new updates and it moves up a model. And then like there's a whole bunch of features, tells you how long you're in range. It goes off when you're low, it goes off when you're high.
But can it play Doom?
Probably.
Yeah, can
At
I
this
order you food? Can I play video games? You got
No, I can't. I can play Free Cell. And I think
Nice.
Solitaire. So that's good. I like to play Solitaire.
But only with the 3 original backing cards.
Exactly.
But no Minesweeper, it sounds like.
No Minesweeper. No Minesweeper.
Dude, it's an insulin pump. What do you
Yeah.
expect from it?
Screen's too small.
A lot.
No, because I have to wear. And then I also wear a new CGM too. So everything links CGM and the pump link, so that way it constantly reads my blood sugar and stuff like that. So that way I can drive my A1C down because it's pretty high. So just to get healthy and help, different things and stuff. When I was on the pump a few years ago, my A1C was like 6. So what it's supposed to be. Now it's astronomical. I don't even remember the number. It's like that high. So
Last I heard, it was like 11,
yeah, something like that. So
14, somewhere in that area.
yeah, so it's kind of high. So I need to get that down. That will help. I mean, the kidney is functioning very well. That I do know from the last time I was with the doctors and stuff. So that's what's got me geeked, the new insulin pump and stuff like that. And actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it because I don't know if I'm going to have the money, but Black Ops 6 comes out next week. So
Yeah. We'll revisit that in a minute when we get
I'm
to
sure.
video games because I have questions. Because all I've seen is commercials that are on during Raw.
yeah,
So I'm lost in the order. Who hasn't?
Jack.
Jack, did
You
you go
idiot.
yet?
No.
Well, then go.
All right. So what has me geeked is, as you guys know, I've done a couple panels at Sci-Fi Horror Fest, which has been pretty fun. And I was looking for a show to watch this past week, and I was like, what can I watch? So I literally went to all my movies I have. I was like, what can I watch? So I pulled out Are You Afraid of the Dark and The Secret World of Alex Mack, two classic 90s shows. And these were two of my favorite shows. And I was like watching them, and I was like, okay, screw it. So I literally went onto Instagram and I found his name is Ross Hall. He plays Gary on the Are You Afraid of the Dark? And Darius Love, he plays Ray on The Secret World of Alex Mack. They have active Instagrams, so it was pretty cool. I reached out to them, told them I've done a couple panels, and I was like, would you ever want to like talk or something like that? I've reached out to like celebrities in the past. You get nothing. CJ Graham just likes your posts, and it's like, okay. But these two guys, mind you, they're probably C-rated actors.
That's being
Like,
generous.
Ross Hall, actually, I looked it up. He is an active weatherman in Canada, and he actually has a CrossFit um like a following. He has over 10,000 followers. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And this Darius Love has over 50,000 followers. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Okay. And I was like, what do you guys charge if I want to talk to you guys? Like sending them individual messages because I'm not doing a group message. It's like copy paste because like I'm trying to give them the love because it's like I want to interview you first. And literally they just said we'll just do it for free. We don't want to charge anything. We want to get to know the audience, tell them what we do now and talk about what's going on. So like literally two 90s shows that I watched growing up, two of my favorite shows. Like I said, I really want to gear my way towards 2025 to do these interviews. And I think it'd be kind of cool to start with these two guys. And literally one of them wants to talk in 2 weeks. So I'm like, shit, I have to start planning some things. So as you guys know, when I do these panels, I go in depth with it. I want to make sure it's done right. And it usually takes me in one sitting, I can do it, but it takes me 4 to 5 hours just to plan out like 20 questions. So, but I'm probably going to condense it down, but I think it'll be kind of really cool. Like literally messaging these guys and like, it was really neat. Literally Darius Love was like, whatever you want, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm like, I appreciate you, man. Like I do nothing. I have literally like maybe like 50 followers and you have like over 50,000. So I thought that was kind of cool, like reaching out to these two. Like I said, they're not big name celebrities. Like they're not like Melissa Joan Hart or literally one of these big name celebrities, but it's kind of cool. Like you got to start somewhere. And starting with these two guys, I think it'll be really entertaining to interview them, get to know them, who they are, besides the actor on TV shows in the 90s. They've been weathermen or Darius Love is now a philanthropist. He does a lot of charity work. He has actually worked with Will Smith, Martin Lawrence a couple times. So it's kind of interesting. So this is connection. So the way you got to get started is like this. So I might actually ask you guys for a little help with the editing part. I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's just a record a Zoom call and go from there, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, the help you need is Paul not releasing this episode before you do the interviews, because if they go to check you out and hear you calling them C-list or lower celebrities,
Right.
they're probably like, "Yeah, I don't want to have this conversation with you now."
That's very much true. No, it's possible. So, but I doubt like maybe they'll look at our podcast. That would be kind of cool. But
Well,
I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but we'll see what happens.
Well, here's the thing: is have you mentioned that you're on GeekPod?
Have not.
Okay, keep it that way, because that way they don't have anything to go look at.
Exactly. That's one thing I did. I did not mention I do a podcast. I mentioned I do panels, but and all that stuff. But it'll be kind of cool. What were you saying?
Darius Love, and what was the other one's name? Let me write these down.
Ross Hall,
right.
Hull.
Thank you for allowing me to snipe those on you.
Of course. But we'll see what happens. So I'm
Who are we
excited.
kidding? I don't want to do any more work.
No, you don't. I know you don't.
Well, that's cool, Jack. That's exactly when Jack branches off on his own and leaves us. So I mean, it works out for everybody. And that's what's
Exactly.
got me geeked. Jack leaving the show. No, I'm kidding.
Bye for a second time.
I don't have much to be geeked at either. It's just been real busy. I guess I'm geeked that marching band season is at its end. This coming weekend for us the 26th, 27th. Sorry, it's on Sunday. Ends the marching band season. Championships are at the Carrier Dome, and that marks the end of the season for us. And I might actually have a social life again, right,
No, you
Corbs?
won't. No, you won't. I ask you to do shit I ask you to do shit all the time. You never fucking come out, man.
I know. I really wanted to go tonight. I wanted to go do trivia, and then fucking marching band always happens. They had to repair uniforms and all sorts of stupid shit. So, so that's what makes me happy. Softball is done for Kylie. She is a champion. They won their season.
Nice.
They would have went undefeated if they didn't have a forfeit because they didn't have enough kids showing up because we were in Massachusetts. And hard fought game, but they brought it home. Somebody was pissed that she never scored a run, and so I made a huge production about how they won the championship, but because she didn't run across home plate, it doesn't mean anything. Just because I had to lean into it if she's going to be dramatic, and then now we've got marching band finishing up. Hopefully, it'll be a strong finish there too. We have had first place finishes everywhere we go except Delaware, where we were literally the smallest school in the competition. So, still placed in the finals. They took 8th overall, which was huge for them, I guess. I guess it was the first time in 20 years that Liverpool has made it to the finals in one of the huge Bands of America things. So
That's cool.
yeah,
that's awesome.
still doing good. And I maintain it's all because they're doing a Tool song this year. So
Nice.
Solid.
but that's
So what are
it
the
for
girls?
me.
What are the girls doing in the fall or in the winter, sports wise?
Fucking nothing, I hope.
Basketball, volleyball.
Yeah, because Madison's going to be doing any of the crack is probably what it's going to be.
Knowing
I
your
said
luck,
track,
though.
not crack.
I know.
Knowing your luck, though, Kylie comes to you and it's like, I want to take up wrestling.
Right.
She'll throw
Maybe.
a boy across the mat.
Maybe because I've been showing her some moves. I taught her a full Nelson last night. Thought I popped her shoulder out of place for a second.
Of course you did.
I kind of
Medic!
almost pooped my pants for a second there because I thought
You pooed a little. Medic!
I threw the sign up to Kristen and she just looked at me. She had no idea what I was doing. But yeah. So let's see. Now that we got there, what have I taught her? I've taught her full Nelson. I've taught her an arm bar. I threatened to teach her the RKO.
Nice.
That'll probably.
I mean, you've got the pool for it.
Did you
Yeah.
put her in the figure four?
No, I also threatened that, and I threatened the sharpshooter.
Nice.
Both those put on me.
I'm a little gun shy with the sharpshooter because the last time I applied it to somebody, I stepped on their balls, and I felt really bad about it afterwards.
Are you afraid you're gonna step on her balls?
No, thankfully, as far as I know, that she doesn't have that equipment, so I think that's going to be okay.
They call
But-
that the ball shooter.
Yeah.
But that's it. Let's move it along.
You put her in the master lock.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Sit top of the screen.
yeah, we see it.
Yep. All right. So, guys, what are you playing?
Well, I just discovered that in the 2 years since I got my Steam Deck, more or less, at that time, emulation only went up to a certain level. They said things like PS2 and PS3 was never going to be possible. I found out this week that it is.
Ooh.
Both PS2 and PS3 emulation is possible. And that led me to discover a PS2 game I never played, which is Sean Connery starring in From Russia with Love. Electronic
shit.
Arts,
Oh,
in
yeah.
the midst of all of their Bond games, went to Connery and got his permission to use his young likeness and his voice. First time he ever recorded anything for a video game, he recorded new lines for it, and it goes through like a remixed version of the movie. It's clunky as hell, but the games all were back then. But I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm going to play through all the Bond games from that era because I never played any of them. I only played GoldenEye. That was it. But I'm just blown away by the fact that, at this point, you get past PS3. I mean, remember, PS3, That's where Arkham Knight appeared. Arkham Knight is a game I was just playing a few months ago, and it still feels modern. So I feel like we are at the point now where we can emulate everything up to what I would consider modern gaming,
Right.
which
That's
is kind
awesome.
of cool.
Yeah.
No, but Hugh, adding to that, because like GoldenEye is always going to be the gold medal to that. But in my opinion, the second best James Bond game was Nightfire. Nightfire is a phenomenal game,
That's on my list.
and then I want to hear who you say the villain is in Everything or Nothing. Like, it's a famous A-list actor, but I'm not going to spoil his name.
Okay.
Those are really good games.
Oh, okay.
I played them for the GameCube.
But this also led me to start watching the movies. So I'm up to You Only Live Twice.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
You should invite Paul over.
No, he won't watch
He
them.
never goes out. You already said it.
That's true. Good point.
What would be the point?
Let me out! Let me out! No, he's not coming out.
Moving
Who's next?
along, we've got 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yeah, who's next? Who's gaming?
Not me.
Not me.
Well, I'm gaming. Baldur's Gate 3, college football, and I just started playing Mafia. Something I always wanted to play. It's pretty. I just started. It's pretty cool. 1930s. They do also have Mafia 2, but you have to buy that one, and I'm not buying it. But Mafia 2 actually is in like the 60s and 70s. You just come back from Vietnam. But Mafia is just really cool because I wanted to try like the Yakuza ones, but they don't have the original. They have all the ones after it or whatever. I'm not into it unless I can play the original. So I'm playing the original Mafia. It's pretty cool so far. So
Very cool.
you're just a lonely cabbie, and all of a sudden 2 thugs get in your car, and now you're fucking Don Corleone. So
Outstanding.
yeah.
Wait, why would you start fucking Don Corleone?
Oh, I'm Cornholio.
That kind of game, man. It's
Yeah.
I'm still toying around with WWE 2K24. Still haven't won the
Jesus
title
Christ,
yet.
man.
This is a running joke outside of the show. Corbs will randomly just text me every couple of days and be like, "Hey, did you win the Fiend title yet?" I'm like, no, because that was part of the Bray Wyatt DLC that I got. Yeah, call back to last episode. I'd like to say
Yeah.
last week, but
It's like 10 years from now.
but that's it for me. That in Star Wars Outlaws when I still have time, but marching band season. So
Right.
but yeah, that's all I really got. I don't think there's any new video game news. That
No, just
hit
Black
me.
Ops 6.
Thank you. Yes. I had my question about that was with our 5 minutes left. Is that the whole Desert Storm campaign? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think so, but I'm not sure. I would have to ask my son. He's up on all that bullshit. So I would have to ask, but I know there's certain maps for like multiplayer and stuff like that came out that were in like Black Ops 3, I think this is. So I want to say yes, maybe not. But until I know more. Because he was like he either wanted Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 6 or NHL 25, and he went with NHL 25, and now I'm getting a lot of videos from TikTok from him. So
Outstanding.
yeah.
All right. If nobody's got anything else, I think we're gonna kick it to break. We'll come back with the news. All right. Stick with us, guys. Looking for the hottest new comic on the shelf or a keyback issue to complete your run? How about that rare statue or action figure that you've scoured the internet looking for? Come to Collectibles Galore. Located in North Syracuse with ample off-street parking, Collectibles Galore has a huge selection of comics, toys, and rare pop culture items you won't find anywhere else. Comics Galore is always buying comics and toys and will give you the fairest price for your collection. New customers get 15% off their first purchase in store. Collectibles Galore for all of your pop culture needs. Stop in and see for yourself why Collectibles Galore is the king of comics.
Talking to the stranger with the skeleton flute was his first mistake. Playing it was his second. Be careful what you wish for never meant anything to 12-year-old Sam until the night he blows into the skeleton flute and wishes for his parents to stay together. The stranger promised Sam his greatest desire, but the morning after the low, warbling note came out of the glowing flute, Sam's life has been turned upside down. His brother and sister don't exist, and his best friend doesn't know him. His parents are together and happy, but is it worth sacrificing everyone else he loves? Caught in a web of unintended consequences, Sam must try to get his old life back, despite the challenges that wait for him if he succeeds. And that means uncovering the mystery behind the strange man's identity and the skeleton flute. The skeleton flute hits shelves on August 27th. You can pre-order your copy now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your local indie, and most major book retailers.
Now, before you tell your iPhone to send the pictures from Saturday night's barbecue to Sarah since she went home early not feeling well, and forget that you and your friends ran a train on her girlfriend and took tons of pictures, here's the news. First up, your fries. Last week, presidential hopeful Donald Trump made a stop at a Pennsylvania McDonald's, but not just for a Big Mac. He took the opportunity to work alongside the employees serving his fans. We got great pictures of him talking to folks at the drive-thru and preparing French fry orders with no gloves on. This was all an attempt to somehow prove that his opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, had not worked at McDonald's as she claimed. Let's forget how fucking stupid this all is for a second, all right? Just take it at face value. Let's say Harris is lying about having worked at a McDonald's over a summer when she was younger. Let's say Trump found this out, and instead of showing whatever proof he has, he thinks he can prove she's lying by working there himself for a few hours. Judging by the comments I'm seeing online, people are buying into that. They are literally, and I'm taking this from the comments of somebody I know in real life, saying things like, Trump, an actual president that can say he worked at McDonald's, unlike lying Kamala Harris. Verbatim. Hold it right off Facebook. Now, we aren't going to talk about how I know somebody that wrote that. It's a free country for now. I just don't understand how that argument works. You doing something someone else did in the past doesn't mean they're lying about doing it to begin with. This isn't an argument. This isn't fucking anything. If she's lying about her work history, even about something so stupid, yeah, the American public should know. So prove it. Don't just say it and copy your homework. I mean, I don't care who salted the fries better. I care about why every time I ask for extra onions, they always give me none. That's what I want to know. What's the deal there? Also, he does a shift at McDonald's and days later they have an E. coli issue. Coincidence? We've established that I can pretty much claim whatever I want without proof. Thanks, my pillow guy. Next up, thank God we have that last story to distract us from Arnold Palmer's giant dick. No, really. Trump talked for like 10 minutes on stage about Arnold Palmer's huge penis. I guess it's a story, right? Am I stepping on the sports segment? Sorry, Corbs. Did you want to talk about Arnold Palmer's big fat wang? I did not mean to cock block you there. And finally, the gods must be crazy. International treasure of an actor, Idris Elba, has announced he is moving to Africa. At first, I assumed that the racist trolls telling him to go back to Africa due to his potential James Bond casting had gotten him so angry and worked up, he forgot that he was from the United Kingdom. But as it turns out, he wants to try and bolster the African film industry. He's been investing in films around the continent and wants to start film studios in the country. He says he wants to live where they are telling stories, which is great and all, but how's he going to be fan cast and everything as everyone from James Bond to Indiana Jones now? What are the trolls going to rage against? Who will they take out their white rage on? They're going to start sucking down Arnold Palmers and listening to Kid Rock while they beat their wives and kids. Thanks, Idris. And that's the news, kids. Now, I'll leave you with something I noticed recently while sitting on the toilet. You know those last 3 sheets of toilet paper? You know, you saw it was almost gone and you grabbed another roll but haven't changed it yet. What do? Those 3 sheets do not have the armor class to hold up to Taco Tuesday. You are almost guaranteed to get shit fingers. So what do? I use them, and here's why. Because someday, after the zombies have overrun us, or after we fall to disease, stupidity, raccoons and squirrels working together, extra special stupidity, whatever it is, in the post-apocalyptic world, will come the day when I'm dreading. Barely surviving in a shack in the woods or in my boarded up house, the day will come when the toilet paper's gone. And I mean gone. I've scavenged it all as far as I can roam. I've searched every house and every supermarket. I'll be staring at that empty roll the morning after Puppy Chow Tuesday and wonder, had I wasted those 3 sheets every time, would this have happened sooner? Did I buy myself TP time by not wasting those last 3 sheets? Will I be happy it lasted this long? Or will I be sad, wishing for just 3 more sheets? Paul?
In other news, 4,000 people are injured by teapots every year.
I'm a little
And now,
too
you're a little teapot. Outstanding. And now, trivia time with Jack.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Straight
All right, so-
stealing your shit, Corbs.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep. All right. Corbs. So ready. We're going to do some riddle time. Yes, I know, because I watched the Batman movie the other night. So I was like, I want to do riddles now.
Riddle me, Paul Dano.
Oh, he was the best in that movie. All right. Corbs.
Yeah.
First question. What gets shorter as you get older?
Apparently not Arnold Palmer's cock.
And yes, exactly. It is not your dick.
Get shorter as you get old.
Nope. What gets shorter? What gets shorter as it gets older?
I want to say life, but it's not life.
Not life. Any other guess?
No. I was thinking life or time, but
Nope. That would be a candle.
Okay.
Okay.
very nice.
All right, Hugh. What is so fragile that saying it breaks it? What is so fragile that saying it breaks it?
Silence.
Silence. Very good.
Very good.
DC. What has branches but no fruit or leaves?
What has branches but no fruit or leaves?
I think I know.
The government?
Close. That would be a bank.
Ah,
That's what I
Paul,
figured.
you have the easiest one.
Sure I do.
What goes up but never comes down?
Inflation.
No. Is that your guess?
My blood pressure.
That's all of us.
My weight. How far do you want me to go with this? I don't know what you're
actually,
looking for.
Actually, you're on track with all of them, but it's your age.
My age.
All right, all of you. I want you to work together, and I
God
want you to
damn
pick
it.
one person to pick the answer.
Work together? Have you met us?
yeah, right.
Well, I want you to work together here.
Pretty sure somebody's gonna get shouted at about airing their personal business.
What 3-word question can absolutely never, you can never say yes to? What 3-word question can you absolutely never say yes to?
I know.
Communicate with your group.
Hi, guys. I know.
You go ahead.
All right, go for it.
Are you dead?
Is that your answer?
That's
Yep, that's
Yes.
right. That's perfect. Yeah, that was very good.
I was gonna go with you a pedophile?
I love it. All right, so
How you doing?
how you doing?
How you doing?
That's what I thought it was at first too. All right, so what happened in history on today, October 23rd? In 1941, the Disney Animated Studios released Dumbo to a worldwide premiere. In 1964, the British rock band, the Rolling Stones, made their first public appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. And for Corbs, a sports section, the Toronto Blue Jays defeated the Atlanta Braves, being the first baseball team that is not in the United States to win the World Series, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that Ryan Reynolds, by the way, let's do some birthdays. Ryan Reynolds is 48. Amelia Clark is 38. And the musician Weird Al Yankovic is 65. As I would say, Weird. I mean,
Okay, his age definitely keeps going down as it goes up. Because
Right.
he doesn't look 65.
Right, absolutely.
that could be a show title, Paul. Weird Al Yankovic instead of Weird Al Yankovic.
And not Arnold Palmer's giant schlong. I mean,
But he's a man's man. All right, DC, you got something for us?
Yes. So welcome back to the next segment in D&D or D&DC. I'm DC. If you watched our last segment, and judging by viewership, you probably didn't. We talked about why playing D&D. So today I thought we would talk about what you need most of all to be able to play D&D or Dungeons and Dragons. What you need is a character. So what goes into making a character? Well, if you follow the rules, basic rules, first thing is you need to pick a race. So all of us here play Dungeons and Dragons. We all play together. And so we all had to come up with unique characters. One of the main things is that you need to pick a race. And we play out of the 2023 Player's Handbook. So you have elves, dwarves, humans, half-orcs, halflings, half-elves, elves, gnomes, tieflings. I think that's it.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Thank you, Paul. But for me, I would say pick what you want. Pick the race that you feel suits you best, what you've always dreamed about playing. The next is you have to pick a character class. Fighter, barbarian, paladin, rogue, wizard, warlock, sorcerer, cleric, druid. I think that's it.
Monk.
Monk.
That's it. Thank you, Sean.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah. I keep forgetting certain ones.
You were getting one.
Yeah. But they're all the ones that people are playing. So, again, Dungeons and Dragons is a fantasy game. So if you want to play a magic user, an arcane spellcaster, then do it. There's nothing that says that you can or can't do it. You want to pick something that will allow you to enjoy yourself, because playing Dungeons and Dragons is fun. So in order to do that, play what you want. Now, I've done a little bit of research on this, and for new players just starting out, one of the easiest or two of the easiest classes to play are either fighter or barbarian. They're very just compact. They're your baseline melee damage dealers. They have a lot of hit points. They're basically your smash everything in sight. If you want to play an arcane spellcaster, one of the easiest and best classes to play is a cleric. And the reason for that is that they are not only just an arcane spellcaster. They can use melee weapons, they can use shields, and they also cast spells. But they don't also have to be your healer, which everybody thinks that a cleric just does. If you want to be Thor, the god of thunder, then there's a class for you. If you want to play the natural healer, there's a class for you. If you want to play something that deals a lot in nature, there's also a class for that. So what you really want to do is just pick what you fantasize about and what you want to play in order to have the most fun. Now, the other things that you need are a great backstory, like an archetype. an acolyte or a noble person, or maybe you're a criminal, a sailor, anything like that, and have fun with it. Now, we can go into a lot of other ways to create your character, but it's very hard on this particular podcast to show you an actual character sheet and to roll dice and everything like that. It could take up the entire podcast, and we're not going to do that. But what I want you to do is go back to the last segment, is why D&D? Because it's fun. Everybody would enjoy playing it, and you don't have to be all that knowledgeable. There are actually, out of the 5 of us here in this podcast, 4 of us are brand new, pretty much. So I am the only one has been playing 5th edition for a while. Everybody else is brand new, but we have a lot of fun when we do play. So everybody has a character that they have designed, they have thought about it, came up with it, have their backstories, what their characters look like, how they react, how they act, and how they interact with each other. So just have fun. Again, this is D&DC. I'm DC. I'll see you at the table. Paul?
Nice.
Very good.
That's awesome. I love the wrap up. That was fantastic.
I'm gonna ruin it though,
Of course you are.
because as you're saying the name D&DC, I realize there's a double entendre there, and what immediately came to mind, since it's the theme of the show, is Arnold Palmer's D&DC. Gonna try not to make those jokes, but he said it, and I'm like, oh.
Mhm.
I don't think
Should
he's got anything
happen.
on Liam Neeson though. So if you know, you know. But
If you know, you know. How do you know? Besides the point, I mean,
This is the segment of the show where Paul types shit, just in
yes,
case anyone.
that's what
wasn't
happens.
sure.
No, apparently I'm the only one that listens to Hollywood Babylon, because they end their show with Neeson's cock is so big, and then you get all the
how big is it?
thank you, and then they do all these jokes about it. It's they have audience participation. People like send in the shit for the thing, and so
Every episode they end it that way.
that's how they end it. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Neeson'sCock.com was a thing.
Christ. That's
He
just
is
Or
a,
I'm sorry, Neeson cock, not Neeson's.
he has a particular set of skills.
That's what we hear.
And
Yes.
they're this big.
He will find you, and he will kill you. Good luck.
All
God.
right.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. He will hit you in the head with that hammer.
Right. But that's it. That wraps up this new format of a show, doesn't it?
Does it?
Nuggets?
I can't think of any other ways to talk about penises, so not sure how that got away from me.
Outstanding.
I'm not sure how we got on the topic of penises, but
Let the ham.
all right, Paul. If we're done, why don't you drop your nuggets?
All right. Never trust anybody when they tell you how your story goes. You know your story. You write your own story. Good night, everybody, and megabyte me, bitches.
This has been a GeekPod Network production.